As we get closer to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis releasing, the official Twitter page has been releasing more and more information that's pretty valuable in the grand scheme of things that looks to be affecting a whole lot of stuff. First things first, we got to talk about the rewards. And of course, if you guys have been loving the Final Fantasy content, hit that subscribe button and notification bell because things are getting hot. We're going to be the best place to be for all things Ever Crisis and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth related coming through the rest of this year, and you don't want to be anywhere else. Help raise that 19% even higher. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. So if you look at the rewards, additional pre-registration, we talked about this briefly in the previous video, but I wanted to give an official update. We have reached 1.2 million registered users. So again, shout outs to all you guys for doing that. 1.5 million is up next, and you'll see we get a free outfit for a character. However, shout outs to Dashing David for pointing this out. He posted this on Twitter. If you look at it, it does say exchange voucher, a gear voucher, if you will, which typically means you get to select what specific armor it is you want rather than it being a random pull. If it was a ticket, it would be a random pull. Now, if we go back a little bit, you can see during the previous one, Dashing David also pointed this out. It actually did say gear ticket right here. It was a battle gear ticket. So it was a random choice, and I guess they must have changed that going forward. So shout outs to Applebot and Square Enix for that. That's an amazing change. So now it doesn't seem like we'll have to randomly pray and hope that we get the outfit we want. It looks like we'll be able to select exactly which one we want out of whatever is available, because it is an exchange voucher. I'm predicting that we will hit this number in probably less than a week from recording this video. And the new reward is 1.7 million users, which we've been absolutely crushing their expectations. They have no idea what to put as of right now for this reward. It'll be announced at a later date. And who knows, maybe if we hit this as well and there's enough time, we could probably see them raise it up to 2 million, but I don't know. We'll have to see on that case. If you ask me, they'll probably let this be a gear voucher. Maybe we'll be able to pull a 5-star of whatever weapon it is that we choose, just like how the outfit setup is, which I think is perfect and they should consider. If not, it might be some more gems and crystals to summon, and then maybe the 2 million reward will be a free weapon of our choice. But either way, that's not been announced yet. We'll have to wait on that. But the main reason why I made this video, and I'm making this video, is because of this tweet that they put out here. Introducing the game's story. Experience an entirely new story featuring the young hero Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, along with the original Final Fantasy VII and Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Enjoy the new story in bite-sized chapters, featuring characters both new and old. But the interesting thing about this, and if we look at the trailer, which I'll watch it here with you guys. The music is amazing. I can't wait to see this Sephiroth character model in action, what it's actually going to play like in battle and stuff. We more than likely will either be battling with him, against him, all that stuff. So, see, the 3 stories are available. They're showcasing a lot of the older stuff at this point, but I'm going to pause. Okay, so right here. This is the end of Chapter 3. We know that the original Final Fantasy VII story is going to be 10 chapters. And Nomura said in an interview that Chapter 3 basically will detail them going through Shinra and escaping Midgar. So this is probably most likely the end of Chapter 3, which looks really cool. It's a callback to the key art. Yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Remake, this was the key art that they had when that game first came out. And then when Integrate came out, they actually updated the key art, which is kind of funny. It's like the backwards shot of that angle. And now we kind of get a look at it and what it seems like it'll be like in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis for the Final Fantasy VII OG story, which is cool. Love seeing the new stuff. This is some older stuff that we've already seen. Crisis Core moments with Zack. But there is some new stuff that comes up very soon. First Soldier stuff. If you guys haven't yet, I already played through the first chapter of the First Soldier story. It was pretty interesting. Nothing really crazy happened, but it definitely left it on a cliffhanger. That is actually up on the channel right now. Feel free to go check that out. As we go through it. Okay, right here. Character stories. It looks like they're going to be implementing more detailed backstories of the characters we all know and love. For those that know how the story of Final Fantasy VII unfolds, this cowboy hat is Tifa's from the Nibelheim flashback, or the Nibelheim moments from, like, it was 5 years prior. And of course, this is Cloud's infantry helmet that he was wearing and using to hide himself from appearing to Tifa because he was embarrassed. Love the way that they stacked them on each other. Tifa, I'm going to be a mercenary. Also included are stories with brand new characters, as well as sub-stories featuring more familiar faces. We saw a brief glimpse of this in the beta, where we got extra chapters for Biggs, Wedge, and Jessie. Those missions were completely brand new and gave us a whole new look into those characters with their backstories and whatnot, which I thought was a really cool addition. But if you look right here, we got Tifa and Jessie moments right here. This actually looks like the plate, base of the plate from Remake, where they go up and Jessie, Biggs, Wedge die, and then eventually the plate falls. This seems to be another story moment right now where Tifa and Jessie are having a heart-to-heart. It's kind of funny, Tifa's doing the one-hand hug, the awkward. But we can do whatever we put our minds to as long as we work together. This moment that we're seeing right here seems to be a moment from Traces of Two Paths, which, if you don't know, is the light novel that was created by Kazushige Nojima, detailing backstories of Tifa and Aerith. It is absolutely canon to the story, and it's really cool that we're gonna get some visual representation of those missions in Ever Crisis. I like that a lot. It seems like it's gonna be this moment right here where Tifa reunites with Jessie, but the location turns out to be a Shinra ambush. And this is basically where Jessie, Barrett, and Tifa kind of come together to sort of form Avalanche. Not gonna spoil too much of that. You should definitely check out Traces of Two Paths if you guys haven't yet. And this is exactly what they're showcasing us right here. And then right here, this is actually another Traces of Two Paths moment with Aerith. We get backstories of Aerith about her upbringing, her childhood, living and being trapped in the Shinra Tower, and her mother being experimented on and all that stuff. She's asking, Mom, when can we go on a picnic? You'll definitely have to read more of that one. Aerith's story has some pretty brutal moments. I just wonder exactly how much more of that are they going to showcase to us, because it is quite a lot. And I absolutely love that. While I am excited to be playing Ever Crisis and experiencing the story of Final Fantasy VII again in a different way, I love the characters, I love the changes, and I love the new direction that they seem to be going in, so much to the point where this type of stuff, it really excites me. Being able to see brand new story moments and such with these characters that I absolutely love, get a little bit more of an insight to their backstory, what they went through. That is what I absolutely love, and I'm looking forward to it. And also, guys, I mentioned in the previous video too, I absolutely want to help you all out that are all around the world trying to play this game, but unfortunately it is not available in your region for right now. I actually have a sponsorship with the channel for NordVPN. If you use code BltzZ at nordvpn.com on whichever plan it is you want, you actually can get access to the VPN, use it on your desktop, you can use it on your phone, your mobile devices, and transport yourself to a nearby region that is supported for Ever Crisis and be able to play and enjoy the game on your own. Now, it is unfortunate that it's not going to be readily available from the beginning, but I do hope and I will keep you guys updated on all of that as soon as that information is available to us. But for right now, this is another option that I can give to help you guys out, as I do know a friend of mine that was in Puerto Rico while the beta was going on, wasn't able to play it, but he was able to use NordVPN and it worked perfectly fine for him. He was able to log in and such, which was really cool to see. And on top of all of that, I got some really exciting emulator news. I got a comment from somebody that said LD player during the beta worked flawlessly for them compared to BlueStacks. BlueStacks crashed a lot. We saw that a lot with Max. We saw it a lot in our own playthroughs. But LD player was pretty flawless going all the way through. Now, I actually booted up LD Player and tried out Pokemon Unite for a little bit on it, and I was like, you know what, I want to see if this thing can do 144 hertz, and it does 144 hertz. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it does an amazing job. I tried to upscale to 4K, but it doesn't seem like it made a difference, and it was just running harder for no reason, so I just kept it at 1080p with 300 DPI, and the settings seem pretty optimal. I could honestly put it up to 8 cores, 8000 MB RAM, but I didn't really notice the difference between the recommended settings and that, so that is pretty cool. Whenever Crisis releases, I will be making a tutorial on how to get that set up, how to work it properly, but it's pretty straightforward. As long as you have your Google account and you pre-registered on it, you'll be able to play it. Now, shout outs to Legions Gaming. That's another friend of mine that does make content. He'll be also making content on Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. He makes videos on all kinds of other gotchas too. He also did the BlueStacks emulator tutorial for Ever Crisis last month. But he actually created a controller preset that he'll be linking on his channel when it does release, so that if you want to play Ever Crisis on your PC with this emulator, you don't have to do that with mouse and keyboard. You can do it with your controller if you choose to. I'll be linking it below in my videos when it does drop, but be sure to check out his channel. I'll also link his channel below where he will be posting it. But yeah, as of right now, that's all I have to say with Ever Crisis. I think that's pretty exciting. We're going to be getting new story moments, stuff from Traces of 2 Past, maybe some new implementations. I think it's going to be a good ride. For those that think that 10 chapters isn't that long, just wanted to put this into perspective. For Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, the beta, we played the first 2 chapters, and one chapter has about 4 sub chapters in it. And it did take about 3 hours for us to beat that first chapter. And the second chapter was a little bit shorter. I would say probably 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Probably because we were a little bit more overpowered and we kind of like were speeding through bosses and stuff. But the length of it is going to be pretty chunky. And I don't think all 10 chapters will be available, as RPG sites said that they heard. They might have misheard, or the person that they spoke to did not know. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case after talking with some people from Square Enix. It seems like it'll be the first 2 chapters, maybe first 3 chapters, and then every month we can expect something new coming forward. Look forward to finally seeing Cid and Vincent and Ketchy are being showcased for the first time during a Rebirth trailer. Who knows, maybe during Gamescom, maybe there's a PlayStation State of Play event coming up, and also maybe TGS. I feel like TGS is a pretty good shot for that, but we will be streaming all of those and paying attention to it. So be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are on the way, and you do not want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.